So we were just about talking about the Edwardian novelists. So mostly what we consider they say is just a kind of introduction to our intention of giving a glimpse of the 1900s and 1945 years of British novels. The longest journey was in 1907. Ian Foster portrayed the irony insensitivity, I'm sorry, self-repression and philistinism of the English middle class. These novels, however, wrote more memorably when they allowed themselves a larger perspective. In The Old Wife's Tale, 1908, Bennett showed the destructive effects of time on the lives of individuals and communities, evoked a quality of pathos than ever he never matched in his other fiction. Tony Bungay first showed the ominous consequences of the uncontrolled developments taking place within a British society that is still dependent upon the institutions and long defunct landed aristocracy. Howard and okay, showed little the ruthless and self-important world of contemporary commerce cared for the more rooted world of culture. Other writers, including Thomas Hardy and Rudyard Kipling, who had established their reputations during the previous century, and Hilary Belloc, G.K. Chesterton, and Edward Thomas, who established their reputations in the first decade of the new century, were less confident about the future and sought to revive the traditional forms. Okay? The ballad, the narrative poem, the style, the fantasy, the topographical poem, and the essay. Okay. A.A. Houseman, whose book as Shropshire Lad, originally published in 1896, enjoyed huge popular success during the First World War. Walter de Mare, John Masefield, Robert Graves, and Edward Brandon represent the important and often neglected strand of English literature, the first half of the century. The most significant writing of the period, traditionalist and modern, was inspired by neither hope nor apprehension, but by bleaker feelings that the new century would witness collapse of a whole civilization. Okay, the new century had begun with Great Britain involved in South African War, the Boer War in 1899 and 1902, and it seemed to some that the British Empire was doomed to destruction both from within and from without, as had been the Roman Empire. In this poem, the South African War, Hardy, his achievement as poet in the 20th century rivaled his achievement as a novelist in the 19th. Questions simply and sardonically the human cost of empire building, established a term standard and banished British poets to use in the course of the century.